Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to YesiJai. I'm Yesi.
And I'm Jay, and today we're going to be doing a reaction to Death Note episode 24 Revival. Thank you guys so much for all the support you guys always show us, from all those likes and all those comments. It really helps us out, guys, so thank you so much. Alright guys, last episode was really crazy. So I guess we can start off with Higuchi, who was still on his way, very determined to get rid of Matsuda, since he believes that Matsuda is going to give away their secret that Yatsuba has something to do with Kira. So what does he do? He gets in his really fast car with Rem sitting in the back seat, takes off towards Sakura TV, tries to get Matsuda's name, because he would assume that Matsuda's real name would be inside a profile or something, since they have him there on TV. So when he writes it down into his death note, it doesn't kill Matsuda. So what does he do? He agrees to Rem's plan, or not plan, actually it's the deal, the Shinigami eyes. He tells Rem that he wants the Shinigami eyes, which then he does obtain. Goes and tries to look at Matsuda's face, but they're mannequins.
Yep.
So they fooled him in that way. They knew that he had received L, Light, and I think Misa were listening into the conversation when he was sitting in the car with Rem asking for the deal. So they kind of knew something was going on, which is then when they had Matsuda and the host, I guess you could say, switch out with mannequins. In the end, with Higuchi being cornered by the police, L, Light, who else was it? Who was chasing him? Ivar,
Yeah.
Weddy. Everybody basically had him cornered. Where could he really go? All you really have to do was cover your face and make sure that Higuchi doesn't see your face, and which is what they did, and they locked him up. I think they put him away.
And another thing we forgot to mention was he was gonna kill himself in the end, remember? But the sniper from the helicopter shot his hand and shot the weapon out of his hand. Yeah, and is Ryuk ever gonna come back? That's my thing too.
I feel like he will, but it won't be necessarily for Death Note purposes. It might just be because,
because let's remember, Light still has this plan that, from what I think, he has set in motion and it's still going. So what's the end of the plan? I doubt Light would just give up Ryuk and Misa give up Rem just like that.
Yeah, and Rem.
That's my thing. Yeah, so there's still a lot of things that, even if we think, okay, this is the end of it, no. I think Light has something bigger in store for us.
So either way, guys, can't wait to see what's going to happen. So let's just go ahead and check it out.
I don't know. Elle knows Light was Kira, so.
So here we are, left off exactly where...
Please let me go and make the arrest.
Picked up exactly where we left off.
Chief, if that's all right. I understand. But remember, this is Kira. Be sure to take every precaution when you approach him and don't allow him
Put
to
the helmet on.
Watari, if Higuchi tries anything or makes any sudden moves... Understood. Yes, sir. You can count on me, Chief.
Chief, so he still calls him Chief?
Higuchi, put your hands above your head and get out of the car.
They look like they have no neck.
If you're not going to talk, I'll use whatever means necessary to get it out of you.
The notebook. Notebook? You probably won't believe me, but I've got a special notebook. If I write
Just
someone's
like that.
name in it while thinking of their face, that person dies.
What is it, Mr. Yagami?
What?
It's a monster!
Oh.
Don't panic. Remember, you're not currently armed to defend yourself. Chief, I think you must be getting tired.
Oh, he touched the book.
Oh.
That thing, it seems. Only people who have touched the notebook can see this monster.
Ooh.
Once you take hold of that notebook again, all the memories of the Death Note and what you did while it was yours will return at once.
Ooh.
Why though?
Here it is, Ryuzaki.
Oh, he touched it. Oh, L can see it too now.
It really is.
But why? Oh, so when she touched Misa with the paper,
Yeah, that's why she got her
she didn't. No,
memory.
she didn't. She didn't get the memories back though. That's why I'm like confused. Why is L gonna? I mean, why is Light gonna get his memories back? Is it maybe that's his book?
Death Note.
Or maybe because it was only a piece of paper and it wasn't the whole notebook.
Maybe.
Because she only touched Misa with the little piece of paper. Oh my god.
There they come.
Wow. So he's getting it all back. It's the old light.
So was that part of his plan?
I've won.
Oh my
Exactly as
God.
planned.
So look. Here's a.
I hereby forfeit ownership of this notebook. Now the ownership goes back to me.
Whoa,
Okay.
hang on. It's just gone around in a circle. Nothing's changed.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Maybe, at first glance. But there will be a time when I'll benefit from this. Rem, I want you to give the notebook to someone with status who lusts for power and money.
Light Yagami, just what are you thinking?
Look, this is all to save Misa. You're gonna have to trust me on this.
Wow. That's also why Rem was like telling Misa, make sure you do whatever Light says.
Because she knew all this plan was just to benefit Misa.
In the end.
Mm.
But now that she's okay, he got his memories back.
While I'm locked up, I'll relinquish ownership of the notebook to you. That'll mean I'll lose all my memories of the Death Note.
As soon as you let go of it, your memories will disappear again.
Huh?
That means
Wow.
I've got to kill Higuchi without letting go of this notebook. If I manage to do that, ownership will transfer back to me and my memories won't disappear.
So he's gotta.
Oh.
Oh. His blood. Oh, to write the name, he's gonna use his blood.
Mr. Yagami, please take Higuchi to the car.
Right, of course.
Did it? Oh, it did.
Snap.
Higuchi's... What the hell? What's happening?
Hey!
Man, he is smart as
He's already dead.
Wow.
And you're next, Ryuzaki.
What?
It says the human whose name is written in this notebook shall die. There are two more rules. One of them is
Wow.
if you
Now they can get all in depth with
burning it, all the
with
humans
what
who
they need to
touch it
know.
until then will die.
What? Is that really true, Aizawa?
Ram, there's no way the old man back home will get mad at us if we write fake rules in here, is there?
No, there are no rules against doing so.
Fine then, Light, I'll do it. But you won't be an apple for this.
According to these instructions at the back of the notebook, if the person using the note fails to consecutively write names of people to be killed within 13 days of each other, then the user will die. Ram, was it? That's your name, isn't it? The white thing over there?
Ryuzaki, isn't it a bit rude to go around calling someone a white thing?
What do you want?
There's more
That's
than
so
one
weird how
Ram,
they can see her though now.
isn't there?
Who knows? There may be and there may not be.
And just like that, Misa and I are proven innocent. A notebook of death filled with rules written by a Shinigami.
I don't
He has
know.
no choice but to believe it. He just lost his edge thanks to the fake rules I created.
Wow. Look, he went crazy again. He's still he went back to the crazy Light.
Misa, I'm gonna tell you about a special place. I need you to go there and dig something up, but you have to make sure that no one is watching.
Light!
Oh, is that gonna be her death note?
Returned. Don't worry, I can do this. I won't let you down.
See?
She's gonna find her death note.
Yeah.
So then she gets her memories back of Rem. Okay, so yeah, they got their memories back.
Light,
They're back.
I remember everything that happened when I had this notebook. You buried this one so I could come here and regain my memories.
So where's Rem?
Huh?
Dear Misa, if you do this for me, I promise I will love you for the rest of my life.
Yay! Now I
He's gonna
see.
manipulate her.
This was all part of Light's plan.
Or he is manipulating her.
He wanted me to get this notebook, regain all my memories, and then kill Hideki Ryuga. Kill Ryuzaki.
Ryu.
I finally returned to the human world.
Ryuk! Oh, it's been so long. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. How are
Wait,
you
why
doing?
is it?
You try this. An apple from the Shinigami world.
What? Ew, it doesn't look very good.
Kill ya.
It does look really. It looks like a bell
By the
pepper.
way, before I forget, I want you to make the ideal with me. It's sand! Light will be so mad at me if I let him down.
Well, it's fine with me.
So do you think we're gonna see her die?
You think that was part of Light's plan?
Hey, it's Misa.
Light, would you hurry up and go see her? Don't you?
And well, Light wants to be touched by the old paper, the other paper, to be able to see Ryu.
Yeah, okay.
Ryuk, why is he attached to Misa? Huh? Misa's lifespan, it's been halved again. No, did she make the ideal with Ryuk?
But I did the ideal with Ryuk, so I can try again.
So everything's going according to plan.
You idiot! If you do that, then your lifespan will...
It's his plan
Part of his plan, yeah.
Light, I'm so happy.
because I think he still feels like eventually she'll give up who he is, or
And
in
that-
some way.
And that wasn't part of the plan according to Ram. She didn't know about that.
No. I feel like she'll figure it out. She's gonna figure out like, hey, look, did you know
Why?
that? Did you know that Misa was gonna end up forgetting Elle's real name? So you knew she would wanna try to impress you so bad that she would be willing to sacrifice her life again because she doesn't know the name, right?
Yep.
Well, that's sad because then it's kind of like we've said before and from previous episodes, it's a one-way street in the relationship in a way. All right, guys. So this episode was super packed with just so much information, so much history, so much history with like what was going on. It unfolded a lot of like, I guess the little details of like, wait, so what was what was Light's real plan? From the beginning. He had a plan from the beginning, but it was just either way, it all wrapped up for him
Yeah.
in the end the way he wanted.
Yeah, it was so elaborate that we didn't even think it was gonna turn out the way it did.
Yeah, and it seems like it's going his way so far.
Yeah.
Either way, so I guess we can start off with Higuchi. He ends up getting caught. Everybody surrounded him. It pretty much picked up where the last episode ended off, which was really cool. I thought it might have already fast forwarded at least a day or so to where he was already locked up in maybe a cell or something. I didn't think Higuchi was gonna give up how he killed all the people.
Yeah.
He just basically said the notebook. They grabbed it. What was kind of weird was just seeing how the Chief Yagami's reaction. Also, I saw was a reaction to Ram just standing there. They were like, what the hell's going on? Either way, they end up eventually giving the notebook, the death note, to L. He finally realizes that Shinigamis are real.
Yeah.
So I think he always just questioned it. So
Yeah.
now him just seeing for himself, it just
It just kind of confirmed.
It confirmed
that, Yeah, that all this history on the Shinigamis was actually real, and all these stories were true.
Yeah.
And I think what was more crazy was him seeing Rem also. It wasn't just Chief Yagami that was seeing Rem. It was also L.
Yeah. Once L ends up giving the death note to Light, he gets all his memories back. And at first I was thinking, wait, that doesn't make sense because Rem belonged to Misa's,
Yeah.
Misa.
Mm-hmm.
That death note. So how does the death note that's connected to Rem end up having the memories of Light?
Yeah.
But then, it showed that little flashback of, him giving his old death note back to Ryu, but then he gave it to Rem, and, Misa's old one gave it back to Rem and then gave it to Ryu. They just basically swapped the Shinigamis.
Yeah.
So, the memories either way were on those death notes, that
Yes.
specific death note. And as long as they touch those death notes, they get their memories back. I was wondering, how did Misa back in those few episodes ago, how was she able to be touched by a piece of paper from the Death Note, but not get her memories back? But it's because it wasn't her Death Note. It was Light's.
Yeah.
So that kind of pieced that together for me right now. I was just kind of surprised, previously how she didn't get her memories back, and then right now Light got all his memories back, but it's connected to Rem and not Ryuk, and then it's like we said, and then either way, Ryuk ends up showing back up eventually, which was super awesome. What we were asking in the beginning, I think what we've been asking for like 2-3 episodes ever since Ryuk left, if he was ever gonna come back, and luckily, and good to see him back, because I felt like he was actually one of my favorite parts of Death Note. Just his not really his carelessness, he's really just there to watch people die and have himself a good time. So while Light does has control for the moment of the Death Note, he doesn't have permanent control. It's just momentarily, until he ends up killing Higuchi, which was part of his plan. He even was wearing the same exact watch, which was super cool. Like, I thought, having a little thing where you gotta press it 4 times, and a little it's like a little well, I don't know.
It's like a little tray type of thing
that
pops out
popped
with
out
a little pin.
A pin, and it was a piece of paper, right?
And the piece of paper.
Was able to write Higuchi's name, which was very crazy, but like we said, it was just a part of his plan from the beginning, which is really surprising, because he was so many steps ahead of what I even thought. Like, obviously, ever since he got locked up, you would have to think, no way is he gonna get locked up for no reason. There has to be some type of a plan going in.
Yeah,
it's
but remember, he's the one that asked to be put under surveillance for 24 hours.
Yeah.
He's the one that asked for it. So these were all little things that at the moment we were like, but why does he want to do that? Why does he want to do this and that? It's like, that's why, because every single little thing was part of his plan, by the looks of it. And he even knew that he was so predictable that he would most likely be wearing the same watch with the piece of paper in there and the pin.
Yeah.
Let's also remember that he left a note with the notebook, with the Death Note, that I guess Rem didn't know about. And in that note, he told Misa, hey, if you kill off L, then I will love you forever. So at the moment, she was thinking, what's L's name? What's L's real name? And she couldn't remember it.
Because she had seen so many names.
Yeah, she couldn't remember it. So what did she end up doing? Taking an offer from Ryuk. Yeah,
so her lifespan had already been split in half, because she had the deal before. Yeah. So to Ryuk, it's like, whatever. If it was Rem, obviously she would have been like, no. She would have came to some reasoning. But since it's Ryuk, and we remember Ryuk's only in there for entertainment and just to see what's gonna happen here on the real world or Earth world.
But in all fairness, he did warn her, hey, your life is gonna be cut in half once again. Are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, he did give her a warning.
Yeah, and she was like, well, if I don't do this, then Light's not gonna like me, pretty much. So he said, okay, that's fine. So she ends up taking the deal and taking the Shinigami eyes once again.
I can see why Light wants to kill Misa, because she would eventually, my opinion, give up who he really is. Maybe slip up, because in the end, who can you really trust with a secret? Yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah. I guess you, as much as you want to say you can trust another person, in the end you can only really trust yourself, because say that person even accidentally slips up, by getting asked questions or something. In the end, you can only really trust yourself, and I feel like you might want to only trust yourself with something like that, because that you never know. They think they're going to benefit you by telling somebody, or maybe they're being questioned and it slips up because they're getting tricked, or you never know. So I feel by Light, wanting to get rid of her, I understand, but it's kind of like he's setting her up to pretty much fail.
Yeah.
Just by setting her up by, okay, here's your memories back, here's Rem back, but I still want you to die, just not kind of secretly.
Yeah.
Behind your back,
key.
I'm still trying to get rid of you. Yes. But I'm still trying to, help you out in a way. So it's kind of two-faced.
Yeah, well, I mean, he kind of had to keep his end of the deal initially with Rem so that Rem wouldn't kill him.
Oh,
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So, but it's just crazy, like you're saying, because I never thought killing Misa or getting rid of Misa was going to be part of his plan. Like, I see why he would do it, just for his safety. But at the end of the day, it's still like, this is gonna come back and bite you in the ass, one way or another.
That's why he's trying to make sure to make it seem like he cares for Misa, but I feel like Rem's gonna see through that.
Yes. I think she's already seen through that, because when she's seen Misa's lifespan cut in half through the surveillance or whatever, the recording, she was even like, what? Like, this wasn't part of the plan. She didn't say that, but that's just the expression she gave.
So then Misa's already had one Shinigami give up their life for her. Mm-hmm. So would she have to have another?
At the end of the day, I think if it really came down to it, I think Rem would do it. Yeah, and clarify anything that we may have missed in this episode, because there was just so much going on that,
there was.
You know, it was kind of hard to keep up with everything that was going on.
Yeah, so either way, guys, till next time, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.